Hey, what's up guys, this is Adarsh and today we'll be learning the Gambler's Cop, which looks something like this. Yeah, so this is what a Gambler's Cop looks like. It is a very natural way of hiding a card in plain sight under your spectator's nose, and since all your fingers have this natural curvature, it is very difficult to perceive a card being in there. Even right now, it's very difficult to imagine a card being there. The hands look almost empty even though you don't see the insides of the hands. Yeah, so let's learn this. Now you're going to, okay, before anything else, the bottom card is the card being gambler's copped, being copped. Okay, you're going to get a break on top of the bottom card. Let's say it's the 5 of hearts, and how you're going to do it is by using a buckle. Yeah, this. So you're going to use your index finger to push the bottom card towards yourself, and since the card has nowhere to go from this corner essentially just gets buckled. I think you can do it for more than one card also. Yeah, but that's a different video. You can do it with one card just by pushing on the card here. Yeah, so once you get that gap, you're just going to place your pinky there and just maintain that gap and not let the cards get flush again to each other. Now essentially what is going to happen is your right hand and your left middle finger are going to get the card into this position. Okay, and this is what the cop looks like. So that is what the move is. Now let's get into the minor details of it. Now once the pinky break is attained, you are going to move the entire deck towards yourself. The right hand grip is not very important as this point. At this point, your right thumb has to maintain the break on top of the bottom card. So it's going to come towards yourself only a little bit, just enough for the middle finger to gain control of this bottom card. So I'll show you what is happening underneath this entire deck. So you're moving the entire deck behind, and then as soon as your middle finger is capable of grabbing that card and pushing it into cop, so it's here, and right now the middle finger cannot reach and push the card into cop. It will be very difficult and jittery. So in order to have a very smooth motion, you're going to have to assist the middle finger using your right hand, and it's going to come a little bit behind, and then your middle finger is going to just push the card into cop, something like this. So from here you come here, and the middle finger, just the flesh of the middle finger needs to be able to control the card, and the rest of the hand also kind of help it go into cop. Yeah, so with the entire deck, get a break, you just gesture with your right hand, and that is all the misdirection you need. Now I've gotten now the middle finger is in control of the card. Yeah, and now I'm pushing the card into cop using the middle finger and then tilting. Okay, so the tilt is also very important before this deck leaves the hand. If you do this and then this, it's not good. Okay, I can't believe I have to tell you that. Okay, so yeah, break, bring behind, let the middle finger gain control of the bottom card, push it, and then wrist kill, and then the hand the deck leaves the hand. Okay, excuse me. Yeah, so now I could not pick a better video to explain why you should not copy the exact same finger movements as mine. Now I have very long fingers, so the technique I just explained to you is going to be very easy for me, and I've never seen anyone else do a gambler's cop like this. Mostly this is what I see, or I've seen this where you use your index finger to push the card into cop. So I'm not saying I'm the only one in the world who does it this way, but my point is you have to develop your own method. This is not how I used to do the cop before, and you have to just keep practicing, and then you'll eventually find your way to something you are comfortable with, and only you perform it that way. Now if you have smaller fingers, now as you can see I have very long fingers, for comparison. This is how long my fingers are and how big my hands are. So yeah, now if you have shorter fingers, I would not be able to tell if you can do this or you cannot do this, but what I can tell is if you practice it enough, you will develop your own technique which is suitable only for your fingers. Okay, so this technique is something I have very slowly developed by just practicing what others have taught me, and now this is something that was completely different from what I used to do at the start. Okay, this move, the technique of this, the actual mechanics of this move aren't that difficult. Not, I would not say it's not difficult, but it's not that complicated. This is essentially what is happening. You are going to be pulling the card deck a bit behind, and then your middle finger is going to be pushing the card into cop. You do not have to copy the exact same finger positions as me. This just happens to be the position the card falls in when I cop the card. Some people do it this way, some people do it this way, some people do it this way. Now you all have different preferences. Now this is just the way I do it. Some people even do it this way. I don't know why anyone would cop a card like this, and if you are one of them, good job. Now one of the more important things is you need to have very smooth motion of your hands, right? One of the major problems of performing the gambler's cop is you have this sharp motions of the deck going behind, then coming forward, and then the deck is handed to be shuffled, or the deck is spread, or whatever, the deck is put into the pocket, or you get the idea. So you need to avoid that. The gambler's cop is not a move which is performed in different steps. It's not first step, second step, and then this. It needs to be one smooth and very soft motion. So it needs to look like the deck coming behind was part of the larger motion of spreading the deck or you handing the deck out to be shuffled. So this is what it's supposed to look like. The audience should not register the deck going behind and then coming forward and then the further action being performed. The audience should register the fact that the deck was handed out to be shuffled. That is essentially what it should look like. Yeah. Now another thing that I came across while playing around with the gambler's cop was, let's say you want to cop the 8 of clubs, right? Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to overhand shuffle the 8 of clubs. So just one card you're going to be stripping off, and then you're going to be simulating an overhand shuffle. Okay, so the 8 of clubs goes down. Now you can do one of two things. You can either strip the 8 of clubs into an in-jog position and then continue shuffling. So in all this mess it's not visible that the 8 of clubs is kind of in-jogged, or you can very fairly shuffle the 8 of clubs along with everything else, but as you are shuffling these, okay, so let's do again. Say I fairly strip the 8 of clubs and then I continue shuffling. You are going to use your left fingers to kind of oh, it's the 6 of clubs, whatever. So you are going to use your left fingers to push the 6 of clubs towards you. So let's say the jack of clubs, so push, and then as you are shuffling, now my fingers are literally pushing the card towards myself, so here, okay, and in all that mess it's really not visible what you're doing with your left fingers. So you can just make an elephant appear. No, you can't do that, sorry. So now what you're going to do is you're going to place the entire deck without squaring it in your right hand, then gesture with your left hand, say anything you want to. Don't say anything you want to, man, come on. Then as you place the deck back into your right hand in the action of gesturing with your right hand, what you're going to do is you're going to push the jack of clubs using your right hand, and then this jack of clubs is going to be tried here, so something like this. Now when you apply pressure like this, the card just develops some sort of force and it just wants to snap into place, right? I don't know how I can show you this. let's say it's the 9 of clubs. So this here gesture, and now you're going to use your right fingers to push the card, and then okay, I'll do it in an exaggerated motion. Let's say you're not going to push the 9 of clubs this much, but let's say just for the sake of explanation I'm going to do it, and the 9 of clubs is going to bend on your right hand and almost in cop position, and since you're bending this, the 9 of clubs develops some force because it tends to become straight. So as soon as you leave, the ring finger is the only finger that is, now this is not important, okay, you can use both fingers or you can use only this, whatever you're comfortable with, but it just happened to be my ring finger, it's not always the ring finger. So yeah, it's going to bend almost in cop position, and if you can see, as soon as, okay, this is so difficult, as soon as you let go with your ring finger, the card is just going to snap into cop, right? Okay, let's do it this way. So here, and if I let go with the fingers, it's just going to snap into cop, right? So that is the exact same motion you're going to do, and then as soon as it goes into cop, you're going to hold the deck here and gesture with your right hand. Now you can give the deck to be shuffled, or you can spread the deck or whatever, and the card is in cop. So that is one thing you can play around with. So again, you strip the card, and you either strip the card straight away into the in jog position and then shuffle all these cards, and make sure you shuffle some cards into the in jog position, so this one is hidden, and then you're going to gesture with your right hand. As you place the deck back, you're going to push, the card is going to be pried onto your left hand, and then your right fingers release it, so it goes into cop, and then in that exact same motion, you're going to place the cards into your left hand, talk a little bit, and then you can hand out the deck to be shuffled, and it's in the cop. So I don't really pay much attention to where the card goes into cop, so it could be here or it could be here, as long as I can hide the card successfully and show my fingers as natural as possible, so they have that natural curvature. Okay, so the another thing I wanted to call attention to was the angles. So a part of the card sticks out from this side, so this is a very bad angle, so you can only turn your hand so much before the card starts getting visible. So for me, it is, I can turn it very flexibly because I have a very small part of the card sticking out. If you had the card somewhere here, you would not have that much flexibility, because for obvious reasons. So yeah, it helps to point the knuckles towards the eyes of the person you're hiding the cop from. So towards the, if I point the knuckles towards the camera, you would not be seeing the cop here, and this works even if the card is here. So if you point the knuckle, these two knuckles towards the eyes, you cannot see it for the most part. Yeah, I would not recommend copying a card here. Why would you do it, man? Chalo. So I hope you learned something from this. Just practice this well, and be aware of your angles. And I have gotten away with people standing at the worst possible angle, and they could see this if they wanted to, and the only reason I got away with it is because people don't focus on the hand which is not being given focus to. So the main focus was giving the deck to be shuffled or the spread, so people don't usually look at this hand, and that is the reason I got away with it. So yeah, you have to have the right attitude, practice it well, like, share with this video your friends, and subscribe. So yeah, like this video if you liked it, subscribe this video if you subscribed it, and share this video with your friends who would like to learn something like this. Thank you. Like, subscribe, comment, like, subscribe, share, comment, press the like button 3 times. Okay, yeah, bye bye. Like, share, comment, subscribe, dislike, do everything. Bye bye.